Okay, okay. Looks like we're all back for another installment. Can you believe this is 10 episodes? We're live, by the way, David.
Hey, hey. Oh, I better put my pants on.
I know, right?
This is the 10th episode, right? And by the way, I just want before I forget, so I told Brian, I think Mr. Partridge will be Mr. Partridge. Mr. Partridge will be joining us at about 6:10, 6:05, 6:10.
Cool.
I told him we probably wouldn't let him in until 6:10, but you can let him in whenever we feel like it. But I just thought we'd say hi to our Bundy family here, our Bundy Club
Did
family.
you notice Alberti's got the hat?
Oh, let me see.
Can
What
we
color is
put
that?
Alberti on the couch for a second?
Yo,
just
where'd he get?
show it off?
Where'd he score the blue one?
Was it a black one? Let's see. Let's enlarge him. Let's see that hat.
Oh, birdie. We're gonna unmute him here for a second.
Look at that.
Blue?
We don't even have those.
That black or blue? Black.
Nice.
Blue. Navy.
What is it, Alberti? Is it black?
Oh, we asked you to unmute. Yeah,
I
unmute
think.
yourself.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, it's black. It's black.
Awesome.
Did we get that? Did that come from the site or did you? What?
Yeah, it came from the
no.
site.
God, we don't have now.
We don't even have that. You got the limited edition with the .com too. That's a hard find right there.
Oh,
For those who don't know, we have a store.
That's crazy. I heard. So Grilliam said that his hat came, and that there was a good chance he might not be able to be here tonight because of work.
But he did post a picture of his hat. Alberti, thank you for the close up. You could go back in the bleacher section.
Oh, Harold is here. Hello, Harold. How are you, sir? Glad to see you again, man. Well, we can't hear you because you're muted. So wait a minute.
He's muted. We got Richard Gurman back. There's Richard.
Gurman is here. Harold, we'll talk to you in a minute. You're still muted. Frank Lloyd is here.
Nice, Frank. I didn't hit you up. I went on vacation. But I know you said to hit you up, and I still want to chat with you. So maybe this week if you're around. We got Adam back. What's up, Adam and Ozzy and Kristen at 3 a.m?
Wow. All the usual suspects.
Yeah, this is a very special show tonight, by the way, because it's our 10th show. We decided to let in a few freeloaders in here tonight, so they randomly got this invite. So if you notice a larger sized room, not the panelists, they're not a panelist, but they can watch tonight. And why not? It's our 10th show. And we thank everybody for your support and getting
Hello, freeloaders.
Hello, freeloaders.
We love having you too. Why not? The more the merrier.
So Danny's going to be here soon. Richard, did you watch the episode?
Yes, I did. It was very funny. And God, when Ruben shows up,
Ruben, the man,
Kincaid, the band manager.
Yeah, we were just.
I had forgotten about that.
I forgot about that completely. I was like, wait, because quite honestly, I was too young to have ever really have seen. So I didn't know, when we were doing that, I knew who Danny Bonaduce was, just because. Right. But I didn't really know the show that well, though.
Well, did you know the show was 1970 to 1974?
Unreal. I was born in 74, so I mean.
Okay, well, I'll tell you my history with the show. It was my first job in Hollywood. I was 23, and I worked as assistant to the producer of the Partridge Family, and I was there. I just soaked it all up,
Oh,
it was,
wow.
Incredible.
That's something fun to talk with Danny about.
Yeah, we'll see if he remembers me. I don't know. He was pretty consumed with stuff, but it was a real fun experience. Yeah. Sure.
Hey, real quick, guys. Harold, you could unmute yourself. I sent you a request, but you have to click on the unmute button.
Brian, will you see for sure right when Danny comes in the room?
Yeah, I've been searching his name, so as soon as he pops
it might be under Amy, just FYI. Just make
sure I saved him on the Zoom invite as his full name with her email address. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna grab my water, fellas and fellaettes.
Did you also remember seeing Gary Coleman on this episode?
Yeah. I actually,
he worked with Gary too. He's worked with everyone in town.
Yeah,
he worked with every child star in town.
I was a producer on that show. I was a little higher up. and it was quite a few years later. But I had totally forgotten until I saw the show that fucking Gary Coleman shows up.
I remember that part.
Yeah, yeah. He was great. He was very poised. He was really good.
I was
Yeah.
surprised because he was always a little you remember he was on, what was it, those was it Surreal Life or some of those shows? I don't remember which one he was on.
Yep.
But he always seemed like he had a complex when people picked on him, or like he couldn't really
Yeah.
poke fun at himself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to watch him in a role where he's
No,
literally
no,
making fun.
he totally allowed himself to be made fun of on that show, and he did a "What You Talking About?" and
I think he's just an actor. You know, it's at the end of the day, like when he's doing it in real life, he doesn't want people
Yeah.
talking shit
Yeah.
about him.
I'll
But
tell
when
you
he-
one thing that struck me. You know, when Ted McGinley got a rifle in his hand, I thought, well, no other show is doing that. And then when he cocked it, I thought, oh my goodness, you know.
Well, it was on Fox.
Yeah, no, I know. We were mandated. Well, yeah. Gun enthusiasts is what you're saying.
I think they can hear me now.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
on.
we can hear you now, Harold. I see
Thank
you.
you. Okay, guys.
Is
Let's bring
when
it
all
down.
else fails, call somebody who's
All in tech support.
technically-
What's up, Harold?
Call somebody with eyes.
There you go.
Right.
Thanks.
How's everybody?
How you
What's up,
doing?
Harold? Carol.
Yeah, doing good here. Doing good.
Thanks
For those who don't
joining, man.
remember, Harold is Griff.
Yep.
There you
The
go.
one and the only. Harold, we haven't seen you in a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah, you haven't been, man. I'm in the witness protection program.
We heard.
You know, but you have seen me. I've been impersonating Draymond Green. And so, but now he's pissed. So I'm trying to find somebody else to be.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here again, wherever you're hiding out.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
So that we were just saying this is our 10th episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going by so quickly, and we've had some great ones. For those that are new to our format and haven't been here for a while, we've had Ed O'Neill, we've had Amanda Burse, which I now know how to pronounce the last name, but I felt like an idiot when I said it wrong to her.
I even said it wrong. So you think you felt like an idiot?
I know you didn't know either. I think I got it from you, the pronunciation.
Shit.
Anyway, but we've had some good ones. We've had, we had David Garrison. I'm just rattling them off. Bob Rooney, and he's a regular. And Richard Gurman. I can't thank you enough for being a regular on the couch with us, giving us your insights from back then and even right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
What a pleasure.
I'll tell Richard. Well, we could talk about it quickly. I don't know if you were on the site and you saw the announcement, but I announced that Juliet Tablack is coming on the show.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, which will be great.
How many episodes was she in?
I don't know. 4. Is that right?
4.
4? No, Jablonski says 4, and I trust him.
I think 4.
Yeah.
I mean, he's no Grilliam, but you know, he's second.
Brilliant's hat looks great. I love when the members post their swag. So if you guys buy something, show it off. Let us know you got it, because you know you guys look great. You look way better with our stuff on. So post it.
And also, Darren mentioned this at the very beginning, but I know people are just kind of jumping on. We have Psycho Dad hats coming and Psycho Other Things. So it'll be a surprise. So you see what we got. But
There's a surprise twist in there. What we did, you'll see. We made it our own.
Do you have a date for Moy?
I don't. I've been talking to him back and forth. He wants to do it. He's a little trepidatious because of his health stuff, and he feels a little, and I totally understand. So I don't want to push him too hard because I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, and if I was feeling, feeling strange about the way I was coming off or whatever it is. Yeah. So I'm
maybe I'll give him a call and tell him how laid back the whole thing is.
Yeah, if you could talk to him a little bit, because I think that's his main concern. He's asking me a lot of details. Well, what's required of me? And I've kind of told him it's laid back, but maybe, and I've only been talking to him on text. So maybe if you guys talk.
Okay. All right. I'll look into that.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
I mean, as a backup plan, we would love to have even a written interview if possible for the site. But I'd much rather have him on. This would be great, or even just an audio if he doesn't want to be on video.
Yeah, I mean, I'd I'd love to have him. What's up, Frank Lloyd? He's got his hand up.
Oh, there we go. Let's unmute him.
Hey guys, stunt report for this episode was Ted actually, of course, did that fall where the bed slid into the thing, and it was a hazard. If he didn't tilt his legs just right, he would have knocked the crap out of his shins. A lot of people ask me who are the most athletic actors I've worked with, and it's Harrison Ford and Ted McGinley.
Come
You
on,
guys that are Bundy fans know on the one where Ted rappelled down on another episode behind, in Cuba. Originally, it was as she walks in and Ted comes up and goes, "Hey, is there any way that you can, I can just rappel in?" I said, "Sure, we can set that up." And he didn't know how to rappel. And he literally learned how to rappel on the stage really quick. And everything else was pretty much just what we call actor action. The guys rolling around and doing their stuff. But yeah, that slide with the bed could have got him stitches if he really, you'll notice he turned at just the right time if you watch it again. So it looked great. And of course, we loved it. That's it. Oh, and by the way,
well, he was coached by the best.
Yeah. I think you helped him, Dave.
Yeah. I'm the third most athletic. It goes Harrison.
No. I got a funny. If we ever get to this episode, I got a funny David story that I really want to tell because he could have kicked the Brandon Lee double in the nuts and he was too nice. But anyhow, what I was wanting to say is just for the new people that are joining. Richard Gurman wrote a book, and it is without a doubt, it feels like you're part of the team. If you get a chance, check it out. I read it.
A lot of people here have, actually have it and have read it.
Yeah,
I know
you guys got it. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, I'm done.
We'll talk to you in a little bit, Frank. We'll talk about the stunt in a little bit more, I think.
I'm muting myself.
Hey, Frank.
Check out Charlie.
Hey, Harold.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Ted McGinley, the athlete. Yeah, he can't cross over dribble, can he?
No, he can't cross over dribble. But when I doubled him on Dynasty, he literally had 3 colors in his hair. So if we ever get him on it, if you look at Happy Days or the movie that he did, where he was any of the movies, look at him. He literally had 3 colors in his hair, and I acted all confused. And I literally knew he was sitting just down the end of me in the makeup room. And I said, "Now I'm doubling a guy, right?" And oh my God, the power I had over him. Anyhow,
he may not be able to cross over dribble, but he don't give that dude a hockey stick. Look out now. That dude loves hockey.
There you go.
Do we have Mr. Bonaduce in the waiting room or no?
No, not yet.
I better have my cell phone on me because
just in case.
We got Charlie in the room though. What's up, Charlie? I love your shirt.
Oh, thanks, guys. How we doing tonight?
Let's see that gorgeous shirt of yours. Yeah, I like to see that. That's awesome. You look good, dude.
Having trouble logging in. Not sure why. It's
first wear tonight.
Rejecting my email and phone number.
So we had this little bit before we went live. I said that Danny is on the cusp of being just young enough to get in on Zoom on his own. There's like an age limit where if you're over a certain age, you need help. And it turned out he might be on the good side.
Our tech genius, Brian, reach out to you. Hold on.
Yeah, David, if you could text me his number.
Kick back.
This is live programming, by the way. This is the best. That's why you guys come back. You want to see everything, the flaws, the good, the bad. We got member number 1. I see you, Jackie, in the room. Hello. We got Cheech. What's up, Cheech? I see all of our people. Wow, this is like the all-stars. Everyone's here. We got Will and Bam and Norman and Alberti and Tim. Is it Grandmaster C? This is like, wow. It's a special show, everybody.
Brian, I'm sending you his wife's contact.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna jump on that.
We thought Darren and I were coming up with a little bit earlier. We were saying that we have to string together all of the people who can't get on the site. So we just do like a blooper reel of everyone trying to jump on.
Is this thing on?
That'd be great.
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can see you. You can't see me. I can hear you. So
I'm
many.
gonna make it. I'll make it this week.
I'm sure there's many more to come.
Oh, it's great.
Usually we start the show with them on lately just to avoid that, but maybe we'll go back to that again.
Well, I mean, why fix it if it's not broken?
That's right.
Or is it broken?
Much.
Is it too early for Trivial Pursuit?
You what do you mean? You mean the Stump on Bundy, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's
We'll just go straight into that
Let's
today.
hold on to that.
That's our filler time when we need it.
I'll just
Hi,
start
Will.
by saying, well, we got a couple hands raised. Let's just go ahead and talk to these guys while we
Yeah, if only Brian was here to unmute them.
Oh, right. There's
Both
that.
hands have their mics mute, though.
Anybody know sign language?
Well, I just want to
That's
say
all right. We
welcome
got each
back,
other.
everybody. Thank you guys for coming back for our 10th episode of the Bundy Club here, the Bundy Breakdown. It's good to see you guys. We have some freeloaders. Say hello to the freeloaders that are listening in or watching in. We can't see them, but they can see us, which is, I think, even creepier, right?
Just knowing that we're being watched.
We're being watched.
All right, here's
Brian,
a quick update, guys. Danny's wife is trying to log him in through her phone. It wouldn't work through their computer for some reason, so we're trying that.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, why should anything change now? Yeah, we have to get all of this in the blooper reel.
No, actually, the technical aspect of this show has been perfect. So you can't knock that.
No,
Yeah, Brian, good job.
It's definitely user error.
Yeah.
But it happens to a lot of folks apparently. Well, I don't know what happened tonight, Brian. What was the deal?
I'm not sure, but when she was just, I guess his wife was showing him something like a robot, like, click here to make sure you're not a robot. And she's like, oh, it wants to make sure you're a person. And he was like, well, I'm barely a person.
It's going to be an interesting night.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
An interesting night.
She's going to call me back if they can't get connected, she said.
Okay.
So hopefully they get on any second now. I keep searching for his name.
Can you let Adam in? He has his hand.
Yeah, let's
up.
get Adam here.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, Adam. Come on in.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
He's
How
unmuted.
you guys doing?
How are you?
Pretty good. Figured I'd talk about some interesting observations I made on the episode before Danny gets in, since those parts don't really impact him. I don't know if anyone else noticed that all of a sudden the Darcys had a new window in their bedroom in that scene.
Mhm.
That in every other episode there was a dresser and a painting on the wall, and I thought that was kind of funny.
I find it weird that they didn't have a window.
Well, it was on the other side because
Right.
I was watching back when Steve returned and they're in the bedroom and you guys have the binoculars on.
Yep.
You're seeing from the angle that we're seeing. So I'm like, all of a sudden they have a brand new window in there. And then because I am a stickler for specifics, I just thought it's funny how the episode's How Green Was My Apple? And they're fighting over a red apple.
Yeah.
So,
Why is that, Richard?
so,
Blame it on
that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Richard, were you on this season or no?
Yeah, I think so. What season was it?
8.
Yeah. Oh, I was definitely on. Yeah. You can blame me for the apple.
We will. We're gonna blame you for a lot tonight.
I'm here to receive.
Actually, I got a good question for you, Richard.
Yeah.
One of the things that David mentioned once before on our show is how I think around season 8 through 11, it got a little more cartoony, is what he said. How did I remember you saying that you guys kind of ran out of material after a while. And
that will certainly happen. One thing, a couple seasons before that I feel contributed to the cartooniness. And some of the cartooniness is brilliant, is wonderful. And some of it is like, okay, we've seen this before and so on. But I think that when David left, that, David's kind of grounded being the polar opposite of Al. and they would get into arguments and they would get into fights, and you would understand where they were coming from. Without David, it was almost Al. It was Martians. It was, and I think that was one of the reasons. The other thing is simply,
I think that's a really good point, a great point, actually.
Yeah, I do think that you do simply run out of material after a certain point, and and I know Ed would sometimes on stage say, "I don't want to do that joke," and I'd say, well, it's not like lightning struck you and you became someone else. You're still Al Bundy, and your audience, wants to hear that. And I can understand from his point of view, although he was making millions, so I'm not sure.
No, I was going to
soften things. Maybe not millions, but
I talked about that in the blog. Like I can, in this episode in particular, I could see like I know Ed so well, and I know how he was feeling from season to season.
Yeah.
I feel like this was one of those seasons, and I feel like certain times it got better. It would, ebb and flow, but like I feel like this was one of those seasons, and this show in particular, where he was not in it fully. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I could tell he was like not fully invested. Not that he wasn't doing his job, but that like I could tell it wasn't his favorite material.
But look what happened with you, David. You evolved, and you all of a sudden became a rapper, and I mean, we found things for you, and all of a sudden you got lucky, you had sex a few times.
Yeah.
So part of it was that you grew from a young kid to a young man, so that helped us change the material a little bit. Whereas Ed was just the same grumpy guy that he always was. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Any update, Brian?
I just texted her number and saying that if she has a different email account than the one that we gave her, that she could send that to me, and I'll
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, where's that coming from?
That's Bonaduce.
Oh, hey, what's up?
We call in.
Can you
So
see?
we're trying to log in to do this on Zoom, but so far we're doing whatever this is on my wife's telephone.
Okay,
Can you see us?
Called in.
No, I cannot see you. I can hear you.
Wow.
Yeah, he just called in, David, from his phone. So Zoom gives you like a phone number you can call in too.
Oh.
Okay. Well, should we continue to have him try to get on so we can see him, or what do you guys? What should we do, Brian?
Yeah, if we can. Hey, Danny. So what's going on? You're not able to log in through your laptop?
No, I'm not. We got two laptops and a telephone going, and we still can't log in.
Interesting.
And it's the same Zoom account email, like you already have a Zoom account for the email that you sent David earlier?
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's my email. So that's where I got the Zoom link, which we've done this a lot, and for some reason this one's just not working.
And
It's all your fault, Brian.
And on the email, you scroll down to the like the blue button at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was much talk about the blue button.
Right.
Let me try something else. I'm going to add you as a panelist.
I think
then I'll try
when
to
we made
upgrade
this
you.
phone call, it said you are now joining as a panelist.
Yeah, we have you set up as a panelist. Maybe if I add you as an attendee though, then we could like
Upgrade you.
upgrade you to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys chat though, and I'll try to set
Hang
that
on,
up.
my wife's telling something. Go ahead,
Yeah, if you could stay on the phone while you guys, I'll try to troubleshoot this with you guys while you guys chat it up.
Danny, first of all, welcome. Kind of.
Kind of.
We were just talking because we've had a few like kind of these little things happen. Like Ed couldn't get on once, and a couple other people. We were saying we're gonna.
That's a drag. If you got Ed O'Neill can't get on the Bundy thing, that's a bad sign, man.
Well, he finally made it on, but I think Richard, didn't you have an issue a couple times?
I had trouble getting on. In fact, tonight when I first got on, it said, that I wasn't allowed in, so I went and tried it another way. went back to the email with the blue, the blue message.
So, Danny, what we're going to do is we're going to string together a whole series of bloopers of people trying to get on, and yet Harold, who has trouble seeing, seems to have gotten on with no problem whatsoever, huh, Harold?
That's because I'm in the mafia. I've got lots of help. But
when you said with Brian, the tech genius, did you mean this Brian?
Yeah.
Come on, I'm just being a dick.
He can hear you, Danny. He can hear you. I'm just kidding. Well, I'll get the welcomes out. Well, first of all, where are you? Say again.
Hang on. Nope, still can't do it. So tell me what you guys want to do.
I'm gonna let Brian answer that.
Yeah, Brian.
So we're still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna send you another invite. So keep a lookout for an invite to
in your
Zoom.
email.
Yeah. The same email that you had before.
Hey, did you guys hear my song, by the way? Now would be a good time to play it, huh?
Yeah, let's hear a little piece of it.
You guys know that I wrote a song for Danny. So, Danny, while you're waiting to get in, this one goes for you. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
All right.
Pull up the tape, let's rewind the tape. 70 years, Bonaduce in the frame. Danny Partridge, that's the name on the check. Red hair, bass guitar, kid respect. 8 albums dropped while the show was hot. I think I love you, #1 on the spot. Cassidy singing Shirley on the note, but guess who never got a single royalty quote? Danny didn't get a dime off the tracks, not a coin. $400 an episode, that's the point. Session cat singing kid, just miming the bass. Face on the record, money someplace else, space. 35 years on the mic, that's the crime. Radio king, one of a kind, from a wisecracking kid to a legend in time. Danny B, still shining, still on the climb. 35 years on the mic, that's the grind. Radio king, one of a kind.
I know, Richard, you're tapping your feet for sure, aren't you?
That was dangerously close to genius, man. That was awesome.
Oh, I'll keep playing it. Hold on. there's more.
Don't egg him on now, Danny.
I was before.
Now let's talk lineage, let's talk the blueprint. Before Bundy, Danny set the print. Sarcastic little brother, always got a scheme, hustling for cash like it's a family dream. Bud came later, same DNA. Smart mouth side hustle, still the whole scene away. Faustino, real name, match the road to, just like Danny Partridge. Life imitates the crew, different errors. Same wise cracking soul, one in the 70s, one when the 90s rolled, and Danny pulled up on every guest star cameo. Surveyor with a tape measure, still in the show. 35. Radio king, one of a kind, from a wise cracking kid to a legend in time. Danny B, still shining, still on the grind. 35 years on the mic, that's the grind. Radio king, one of a kind, from a wise cracking kid to a legend in time. Danny B, still shining, still on the grind. From the Partridge bus to the radio booth, still got that fire, still got the truth. Bundy Club tonight, we bring them through. Danny Bonaduce, we salute you. No, never got the check from the deal, but he built his own name, made his own bag. Real 35 years, city to city, mic in hand, king of the airwaves, understand. Cameo on Bundy, still funny, still sharp. Turned the kid actor story into a work of art. Never got paid on the track, so check the score. He came back and cashed in so much more.
Nice.
Nice, man.
See?
So who's the vocals on that?
My AI guy. I have these little guys inside my computer singing and playing instruments.
He's a genius.
Awesome. Do you think you can tell those guys to hook us up so we can do the Zoom call?
Different genius department.
Where are you? Where are you on the map today, Danny?
I'm fully retired in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs.
Nice.
Oh, you're nice and cool out there, huh?
Oh my God! The day we moved in, it was 124 degrees.
Woo! And you still didn't make you change your mind, huh?
No, because we still have a nice little condominium in Seattle, so we just go there when it gets too hot.
Oh yeah, okay.
Art.
Well, those are kind of polar opposites, weather wise. That's
Right. Exactly.
I love Seattle, man. That's a great town. I haven't been there in years.
It is a great town.
I know you spent time on the radio up there.
Hang on, something's happening.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's great. I see my phone. Hey, David, goddamn Pacino.
Where are you? Where are you? You can see us. We can't see you yet. Hold on.
Now, all right, we almost got there. Hold on, let me grab him up. Wait, I don't see him.
Everybody's at their edge of their seats right
you
now.
logged in? Danny, are you logged in right now?
And we lost him.
Like we're landing a spaceship or something.
And just like that, he was gone.
On. Oh, here he comes. Allowed to talk. Asked to unmute.
Annie, if you could hear us and you're able to unmute yourself, maybe.
I'm going to promote the panelists right now, so we'll see if he unmutes. It says Danny will be rejoining the webinar as a panelist, so hopefully he could have his video on.
Oh, Danny, the pipes are calling. Should we call him? Do you want to call him really quick? Mr. Messlinher?
Yeah, I'll call him.
We were so close.
I know, right?
So close. I guess we might have to settle for phone. Maybe we'll do some AI video of him later.
Well, let's bring in Mr. Jablonski up there, who has his hand up.
Yeah, we can still talk about the episode or Danny. Come on in, Norman. Well, actually, we can't just invite you in if our genius is on. This is the best tech support show ever. Like,
I'm gonna have to stop calling him the Jizza, the genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been ready to get booted for about 10 minutes. I don't know why I'm still.
Oh, you're unmuted. There you go. What's up, Adam?
Hey, I'm just observing.
What do you think, man? Are you on the edge of your seat?
I have some notes we could talk about the show. First of all, I noticed, unless I'm mistaken, Richard, it sounded like this time the voice of Buck was Kim Weiskopf.
Yes, it was. Yeah, definitely.
So we go through many iterations.
More laid back, kind of.
Yeah. I still think Kevin Curran was the best Buck, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he was really good. Not to mention Cheech.
Well,
Cheech was pretty good.
But Kevin Curran was so good because he was so horribly bad. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was so not an actor, but it so worked. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Yeah.
And but Kim, I could tell that was Kim this time, Kim Weiskopf, who I think was show running, right?
Maybe not at that time. We show ran together in the 10th season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he was like a co-EP or he was up there. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that, and I was saying earlier, if people were just kind of coming in there, it was kind of one of those episodes where, like, I could tell Ed, was having issues with. I could just tell, like, he wasn't fully 1000% invested and committed, and yet he still had some lines that made me like laugh out loud funny. And one of those was when he was saying there was a line where he said he thought the shade was up and I had to watch your wife undress, and the way he delivered that, like, it just like that normal line, like he could have said, well, the shade was up and I saw your wife, but the way he sort of like halfway cried in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, his whole he got very physical to his body. Just
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Man, that shit made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, and the audience, I mean, there's so much history of that relationship. It just pushed on it just real quickly, and it was great.
Yeah. And also I could tell, like, the audience had become sort of, it was already at the point where the audience almost was almost too rambunctious, like There was a point where he was reading. He read from the book. He had to pull something up. Wait, I wrote it down. Where he actually like had to silence the audience before he like finished reading. Where was that? He said, "What do you call me?" There was a point where he's reading something, and you could the audience is gonna go already, and he actually held up his finger to like stop them from starting to go before he could finish saying what he was gonna say. I noticed that. Um, and then I was saying earlier there was a real I thought there was a moment that we missed. I don't know how we missed it unless my timeline is messed up on the show. But remember that we talk about this moment a lot on the Bundy Club where that scene where Al has been fixing the roof and it's leaking and he goes to turn off the lamp and it electrocutes him.
Right.
And Peggy has that great line that everybody loves. God, it smells like ham in here.
Yeah.
Well, remember when Al? I think it's Al who cuts the wire, and it goes swinging into the jacuzzi where Marcy is, and it electrocutes her. I thought it could have been hilarious if you cut to Peg and she goes, "God, it smells like chicken out here," right? That could have been a moment, or Al could have said it or something, because that came after that, didn't it?
I think the ham one came before this.
Adam says it came after.
After? Okay.
Which one?
No,
The
7903.
4. Adam says 4.
Season 4?
1625.
Yeah, so definitely we could have used that. I'm surprised I was like, because I thought it was coming. Like I was like, oh, this is the part where they're gonna say, God, it smells like chicken out here. But
even chicken soup because she was in the hot tub.
Yeah, something like that could have been hilarious.
So maybe we should do a quick recap of the episode since we have a few minutes. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and recap it. How Green Was My Apple was season 8, episode 16. It aired in 1994, for those who don't know. And Al grows an apple tree, but its first apple hangs over the fence into the Darcy's yard. Jefferson eats the apple, starting a ridiculous war over property rights. The feud escalates into fences, toll booths, utility sabotage, fines, and damage to both homes. Danny Bonaduce arrives as the land surveyor to determine the actual property line. Everyone recognizes him as Danny Partridge, but he insists he's only a surveyor. Dave Madden, who played Reuben Kincaid on Partridge Family, arrives as his manager and tells him, "Come on, get happy." And if you guys know the song, that was the #1 song for the Partridge Family. Danny grabs a bass guitar and leaves for another gig in what appears to be the psychedelic Partridge Family bus. And then this part was great. Gary Coleman arrives as a building inspector and denies being the former Different Strokes star. Genius. When Kelly says she hated that show, an offended Coleman increases Bud's fine to $5,000. He eventually gives himself away by saying, "What you talking about, Bundy?" Al and Jefferson continue fighting over another apple. Buck outsmarts them and takes it. So there you go. Now we can talk about the show.
Yeah. Well, I'll start right. Richard, you were what was your so on Different Strokes, right?
Yeah.
How long were you on that show for?
I was there for a year, the last year of it, and I was a producer. It was my first producer job, and I didn't love the show, but I loved working on it, and I loved working for it was Norman Lear's company, but he had just left, and it began my tenure at Columbia, Embassy, Columbia, Star, Sony, it's all the same company, and it led ultimately with a couple other shows in between to working on Married with Children. So it was great introduction to the company.
Now, did you write the line "God, I hated that show," or who wrote that?
No, I don't know.
That was pretty cold.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
I have a feeling. My guess would be that you wrote that because, like, you were on the show.
Maybe I had a worse time on Facts of Life
worst. That was worse than.
Different Strokes was not so bad. Everyone kind of knew what they were doing, and Facts of Life, the girls were kind of mean.
Mhm.
Well, you were saying they were well established in their roles and they were big stars.
Yeah. And they gave as many notes as the studio did. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Even Mindy?
I'm not sure, Yeah, I mean, even Mindy. I mean, they all were united. They were really. I mean, you guys were a family, and you were a group, and we could talk to you. Those guys, they were united, and it was kind of like an adversary. But anyway, we're off the topic of.
Did you when Gary came to do the show? Did you guys remember each other, or did you have to remind him, or did you talk about it at all?
I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. But probably I probably did. Because when you work on the show, people know who you are. I mean, yeah. And Gary was fine. He was real disciplined, and it was great that there's another show where he made fun of himself. And I guess it wasn't a Married with Children. It was another show where they brought him back on to make fun of himself. So anyway,
it was weird for me because I grew up watching Different Strokes. I think I watched a lot of it in reruns, like after school or whenever it was on. But I was a fan of the show, so it was very kind of surreal having him be there.
Yeah.
And because I was already a fan, so it was kind of a surreal experience.
Did you have any knowledge in reruns of the Partridge Family of Danny Bonaduce? Did you?
No, only from really people talking about it. I mean, everybody seemed to know the show well, and I know it was a big deal, but I think it started in 70 or 74. I can't remember.
It was 70 to 74.
Yeah, I was born in 74. So
yeah. I think it maybe ended in 74.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe started in 70 or something like that.
So basically my whole childhood, when I watched it, I was watching reruns because in 74, I was 3 years old. And as a little kid growing up, there was Brady Bunch, Different Stroke, all these shows that I loved so much. But Partridge Family was up there, and they always played those shows. So I was catching reruns that whole time.
Yeah, David Cassidy was quite a talent. And look, Shirley Jones, I mean, and then Danny was really funny, and he was really, he just kind of held the kids together.
Yeah, I saw a big parallel between that being the mold for what later became Bud Bundy. Because his character was pretty similar. They always kind of outsmarted people. They were always hustling to try to make some money. So
and he had wise ass responses, and
absolutely,
So
he was the prototype of your character, David.
Was it a sitcom like your typical
single camera?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was no laugh track, or there was a laugh
track. There was a laugh track, sure. Okay. And they had to do the music. They had to record. Almost every week they performed a song, and they had to record it in a studio, and it's a whole production wise, it was pretty complicated. Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, I studied the music part of it. I wanted to figure out who got paid off the music, and I know that Danny acted like he played in the band. He was, pretending, but he never got paid any royalties for the music, even though they used the likeness of the family for the album.
Right.
And I think I was more amazed they did 8 albums during that span of 4 years, and they all
they were popular. I mean, and it certainly launched David's career as a rock star. I mean, he went on from that to
he was a heartthrob. I remember the girls went crazy over him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
And the Cassidys, because I know Patrick, I've partied with Patrick, and there's David, and then there's what's the other one?
Sean.
Sean. Yeah, Sean. I did Sean did a show he created called Cover Me, which was like a detective show where he was an undercover. The lead was this undercover. By the way, when I say did it, I mean Sean created it and wrote it, and I did all the narration. It was supposed to be like a look back in time, and I did the narration. So we worked like pretty closely together in the studio for a few years.
And
But,
we're forgetting a really classy, great actress who went on to do other things, Susan Day.
Who was
one of
LA Law.
a sister.
Oh, she was the sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
LA Law. Yeah, man.
Yeah. She was hot.
Yeah, Susan Day. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize. I didn't put together that she was one of the sisters.
Yeah.
But let's bring in Will because let's see what kind of thoughts he has if it's not too Danny related, and we can speak with him if Danny hasn't given up on us by now.
I think Will's muted.
Oh, we can't bring in Will because Brian's
Hey
guys.
he's now going to be
guys.
on
I'm
his,
bringing them in. We're still troubleshooting over here.
And don't forget, Norman's over here. I don't want to take his spot.
By the way, we're gonna call Brian the genius in quotes now. Just
Genius.
the genius. Yeah. Oh, did we skip over Norman? Is that what just happened?
Yeah. Will though. What's up, Will?
Right from the Zoom.
There's
Norman. Zoom meeting.
What's up, Norman?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother. What's
up?
Norman?
Everybody's at home on Zoom. So, everybody's just home with their cameras.
David, Jackie, and you and I were talking about Anthrax a couple of episodes ago.
I'm just.
They're coming to LA in September.
Okay.
Along with Megadeth and Iron Maiden. So that might be a good way to connect to see if they want to come on.
Oh, funny enough, I ran into a friend of his,
Ad Presser,
a comedian. I was seeing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the comedian Kirk Fox. He was on that show.
Right. Yeah. I just sent.
I know your brother knows him,
AOL address.
Hey, Brian, can you mute your mic for a second?
We met.
Yeah. So Kirk Fox is a friend. He's actually my neighbor now, up the street. But we went to go see. Anyway, I went to go see his set just like a week or two ago, and one of Scott Ian's very close friends, supposedly, who's also a stand-up comedian, was like, "Oh yeah, Scott's one of my best friends," and so I'm gonna reach out to him. I got his number. I think that's a good sort of direct link to get Scott, because Scott would be great on the show because
it
was
yeah, and you see a great show too.
What's that?
You'd see a fantastic show.
Where are they playing? Do you know what arena?
I can't remember, but I think it's September 27th or 28th, something like that. But all three bands are solid.
You said it's Anthrax. Who else?
Megadeth and Iron Maiden.
Oh, and Iron Maiden. Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Hey, we got big news. Grilliam's back.
What?
What's up, Grilliam? You're kind of a legend around here. You know that? We talk about you when you're not around and you're muted, so you can't say anything.
Where is he?
I don't.
He's up top. If you look at the panel,
oh, there he is. He's got his hat on.
Yeah, we see him.
Well, he must wait in line. We need to bring in. We got to bring in Will. Will had something to say. What's up, Will?
Hey guys, how you doing?
How are you, brother?
Richard, I saw on the credits that you were listed as creative consultant, I think, on this episode.
Okay.
And I was just wondering the difference between, if you can briefly tell us, like writer, creative consultant, and producer.
You start out, your staff, it's all like a ladder, and you keep getting promoted up, hopefully. A creative consultant it's possible that, as I think back on it, you also sort of are allowed to do other things like write pilots and you don't have to be there every moment, but it's just, they're all just titles. You're all working, particularly on Married with Children. Ron Levitt and Michael Moy were executive producers, and everything flowed from them. Although Ron wasn't there in season 8, Ron had left. So it's all just titles on the way up to executive producer, and sometimes it depends on your last job, whatever your last job was. you get another title like that. So, I mean, it's pretty much you're on the team. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The other quick thing I'll show you guys is I picked this up. I don't know if you can see it now. It's not real. They can't see it on here. I guess it's like yeah, it looks like Topps trading card. It was made, I found it on Etsy, and I figured at some point during a Zoom call, maybe I'll have to open it up, eat the gum, and see what kind of cards are on here. But you can't see it. You can't, there you go. Maybe you can see it a little bit here.
Yeah, you got
There
a
you
whole
go.
still right there. Yeah, a little higher.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh.
A lower.
Yeah. There you go. It was,
so there's a pack of gum in there, like the old card decks.
Yeah, they packed the gum in there. They print in cards, so it's like a Etsy inspired thing. So I'll have to open it up on Zoom one day. But that's it. I just wanted to chime in. I know there's other people waiting.
What are the odds that we'll see Danny for this? What are you guys thinking? Like, do we think it's it's
say 20%,
33%.
20%. I bet you we get him on a phone call instead, though. I bet you he calls in. We'll get audio.
Oh, man. He's probably at this point frustrated and pissed off, right?
He's probably thinking, I used to be a DJ on the radio. What do they need my video for?
Right. Well, worst case scenario, we'll go with that if he's still willing at this point.
We'll do a radio DJ host style call in. All right, well, that's fine. We got anybody else with their hands up?
Let's talk to Grilliam. Oh, go ahead, Will. You got another?
No, that's it. Also, Grilliam on his post on Bundy Club, he inspired me to buy this card. I didn't know it was a Garbage Pail Kids Peg Bundy card. He had it. I had to buy it. I never knew it existed.
Is it like a real official?
Yeah, this one's a real official one.
Oh my God!
Did PSA test it, or is that what they call it when they test the card for the grade of it? Is it a 10 out of 10?
No, I didn't go that hardcore, but everybody's been posting their stuff up on the website, and there's some really good collectibles out there. So he inspired me to go spend more money.
Can I ask how much you spent for that card?
You can. Hold on, let me.
Make sure your wife is covered.
it was like $40.
Okay.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Were you hiding from your wife just now a little bit?
Absolutely not.
Hey, for those that don't remember, in our first episode, Will was one of our first upgraded elite slouchers, which is the big money. And I believe your wife caught you on the show and asked, did you pay for this? Is that what happened?
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
That might be on live on audio recorded. So I'll have to scrub that from the internet.
Well, I mean, you can just show her tonight's show and say, look at the value I'm getting out of this. We can't even get Danny Bonaduce on the fucking show. I'm paying the big bucks for the best.
You're filling in for Danny. That's huge.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, this is one of the greatest things I've been a part of. I mean, being able to talk to you guys, Darren, you're doing a great job with this, and just being able to communicate with like Richard Gurman and Harold Sylvester, like Frank Lloyd. I can't wait until we do the pirate episodes. I do have questions for him, but honestly, this has been such a treat, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. So
awesome. We love.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a couple of questions for Frank, actually.
Frank, you're gonna have to do it
regarding this episode.
Well, we don't know that we're gonna able to. What's up, Brian? What's the update? Oh, never mind.
He's on mute still.
Oh, Frank is too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, who is not on mute besides me and Richard?
Great show.
Batting 1,000 here. At least Cheech is smoking a joint, so there's, that's good. Not too much has changed. What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Just watch him smoke a joint. Let's do that. That'll be good programming for us.
Yeah. I see Jackie. Let me see we see Kristen. We see Tim's up there. Tim was, I believe it was Tim who was spending some time with Robert England a week or so ago. So we'll talk to him about.
Oh, and by the way, we have some upcoming guests. We have Tracy Lords coming on the show pretty soon, right?
Yeah, she's. I think is it September can't remember. It's on my email. But yeah, so Tracy's coming at the end of next month, which will be great because I think she was actually really great in that episode. She was very funny in it.
Yeah.
That was a fun episode. And then we have who I'm excited to reconnect with. I haven't talked to her in quite some time. I reached out to her on Instagram, and it was a good way. I never reach. I forget about the whole. I guess it's something about my age. It's like I forget to like slide into people's DMs, right? Because I guess that's what you do to talk to people these days, and I totally forget about that. So that was great. So I
Well,
think
you got a manager. You could have your manager hit them up.
that's true. Well, we finally enlisted him, right?
Yeah, I hope we need
Now
him.
all we have to do is get him the updated list that I promised I'd send him. But I think we had great luck. I mean, he reached out to Tracy and we heard back immediately, so that was great. But let's see who else we got out there. Let me just say we got Grilliam, we got Jackie. We love having Jackie back. We missed you last episode. Papa Jazz, shout out.
I hope, Kristen, are you wide awake? Are you
Ed
ready?
Bell is here. Ed Bell is with us. Love to see you. We would
Ed's back?
We would ask you to say hello, but we can't. We're unable to do that right now.
Yeah, we're down a genius.
We are. Oh, Dean Ellie, what's up?
I'm trying to troubleshoot, guys. We're still working it through.
Okay,
Can you bring
well,
in? Can you unmute Ed for us?
He's on mute.
I should be open.
And Grilliam, if you don't mind.
Hold on.
And who else?
Grilliam. Our champ.
I can see you guys.
Oh,
I hear the voice.
That has to go on the blooper reel.
Is that the ghost of Ed?
No, yeah. I see you guys. What's up, Ed?
Just a little late to the party. Did I miss
That's
Danny?
okay. You haven't missed a lot yet.
Yeah, you really didn't miss anything.
We're still trying to work. We're trying to get Danny into the room, and
he's lost on the internet.
He's lost in the internets, exactly. And because Brian is working on getting him in, we're not able to unmute certain folks we want to talk to, but that's okay. The show must go on, as we say. How are you doing, Ed Bell?
Doing good. Nothing big and exciting going on out here in Florida.
Except the heat. We've seen you guys have been just cooking out there, huh? I guess the whole country is really, but
yeah, very hot, very moist, and it rains every day about 2-3 o'clock for a couple hours. And
there you are.
Interesting fact: the Sunshine State, Florida, is the lightning capital of America.
I think we got is the lightning capital.
Lightning capital of America. More lightning strikes in Florida than any other state.
I can imagine. I've spent a good amount of time, and that's what I was going to talk to Danny about soon when he.
There you are.
Okay, I hit some of my knuckle. But there I are.
I hear him.
You see him?
Right there.
Hey, there he is.
Wait, we got this.
Hey, we did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy and Brian, geniuses these two.
Hey, Danny, let's get you on the couch now.
Yeah, let's make a spot for you here. Rich, I'm gonna move you up here.
Sorry, Grilliam. We'll get back to you guys. We'll come back.
Danny, thanks for joining us, man. Sorry about the technical difficulties there.
No problem at all, man. We got it done.
All right. Appreciate you.
Okay, so I have a quick question, though. Who do I have to blow to get a Bundy Club hat? All you guys are wearing cool matching hats. I'm just sitting in Palm Springs.
Me.
Okay. Consider it done.
I was like hiding behind the couch on that one.
I'm in.
All right.
Oh, man.
Let us know if you like the brown or the green better.
Hey, I like the
get you one.
Brown or green. Or we have black now, apparently.
Yep.
There's all sorts of colors you could choose from on the website. They even got pink ones.
Well, you're down in Palm Springs, so pink may be the way to go.
Yeah, I hear you.
Then you have to wear that while you're blowing me. It'll be a double.
No problem, man.
Hey man, thanks so much for being here. I don't know if you got a chance to rewatch the episode at all.
No, you mean the episode I was on, How Green Was My Apple?
Yeah.
No, man, I have not rewatched it. It's seared into my memory.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So let me ask you, so were you a fan of the show already when you came on, or you just knew about the show, or what was your sort of?
I was a fan of the show, and meaning I'd seen episodes. I wasn't like glued every time it was on. But you're not an American unless you are married with children. For God's sakes.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. It was great having you on the show, and
My pleasure.
yeah, and we were just talking. Gary Coleman was obviously in that episode, which I had forgotten about until I sort of like started looking around at everything, and it was crazy that he was in that. Did you guys talk? Did you have conversations with? Did you know him before, or?
I think I'd met him a couple of times. I got to tell you about working with Gary Coleman. I did like 8 episodes or whatever of the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and it was not as a regular panelist guest. It was something called I guess it was when Survivor was first getting known, and he did a bit called Hollywood Survivor, and it was me and Gary Coleman and Todd Bridges and Eddie Munster, just a bunch of losers. And so we're doing it, and like they're hiding keys to shit in mud. And the first one there, so then you had to vote who you wanted to vote off the island, if you will. And so we did the first episode. We went to do the second episode, and we all wanted to vote for who gets kicked off. And I showed my card, and it said Danny Bonaduce and an arrow. And Jay Leno said, "What? Why would you vote yourself off the Tonight Show?" And I said, "Because I'm rolling in the mud with Gary Coleman, and I'm 40 years old, man." And I left the show. So that's my working experience with Gary Coleman. Decent guy, a little weird.
Yeah. Was that before or after Married with Children that you
I think that was before.
Wow.
But I know Gary Coleman from like autograph shows and real being stuff that Gary Coleman and I would do together.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, that's cool, man. We were just talking about the episode. It was the season 8, right? And you were the land surveyor,
right?
And did you have like, because when I come on a show where it's already a well-oiled machine, I have a good amount of nerves, right? Because it's like, oh, this is a big show. I mean, did you have nerves at all, or were you totally at ease?
I was totally at ease. I've been doing this my whole life, man. My first job was a Roman meal bread commercial when I was 4. My first movie was with Elvis Presley when I was 8 or something like that. And then I jumped into the Partridge Family. So I've been at this forever. So mostly when you guys called, I said, "How cool is this? I'm going to be on." I didn't even have to audition, man, because growing up in Hollywood trying to be a kid actor, you'd go to auditions and there'd be a bunch of redheaded children, some of whom had just terrible dye jobs, and their moms were drawing freckles on their face during the audition. So when I get a call from Married with Children, says we want you to do it, and you don't have to crawl through the mud with Gary Coleman at all, hell yes, I'm on my way, you guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
No markers, no freckles, no markers.
Nope.
I was at the tail end of those days of like, we would see the most bizarre stage moms, man. I mean, it was just
for sure
weird. And I was really lucky when I got dealt the mom cards. I had as stage moms go, she was pretty. I mean, Richard may be able to attest to this. I mean,
she's fantastic.
Yeah, Kay was a great one. I got real lucky because I saw some wild shit, man. Moms twisting the kids' arms and basically smacking them around and telling them that it's crazy.
Yeah, no, the whole kid actor thing, I think it's gotten better now. But yeah, it was crazy back in the day. I auditioned for the Partridge Family, I believe, in 1969 and got the job in 1970. So when you ask, were there nerves? I really wanted to meet you guys. I was all cool with that. But doing the show just kind of felt like second nature. I memorized the lines. What was it that Laurence Olivier said? "Know your lines and don't bump into the furniture"? My school of thought exactly.
That's great. I
heard you also did Bewitched the same year in 1969.
Yeah.
You
Twice.
Wow.
And I'll tell you this, I take this as really flattering. On Bewitched, I was on the same year twice as different characters. I thought that was cool. They could have hired another kid actor to be the second guy, But no, I think it was my first time working with a chimpanzee, and the fucker bit me on my head. And Elizabeth, the bewitched
If anybody
lady,
can survive a chimpanzee fight, though, I would.
And rolling around in the mud with Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman. Dig this, man. I'm the only guy I know that's been bit by two different chimpanzees. My dad worked at the Philadelphia Zoo, and we were taking like a tour backstage, and he was like the publicist or something. And we're walking through all the animals, and there's this little monkey, and I'm playing, "Hey, little monkey, how are you, little monkey?" And he grabbed my finger and he bit the shit out of me. And like no more than 4 or 5 years later, Elizabeth Montgomery's monkey bites me. I get bit by a shitload of monkeys.
Jesus.
Man.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
Chimpanzees terrify me. All I had to do was watch that episode of Oprah, right?
Yeah.
Where the poor woman who had a pet chimpanzee that just went literally
mauled her face.
Shit.
Yeah, ape shit.
The monkey's name was Travis, by the way.
Is that the monkey that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Man, that was
like from what I read, it actually ripped her face off.
Yeah.
The only silver lining is she was kind of ugly before she got bit, so it's not like the end of the world.
It was a free face.
Yeah, exactly. Except he wasn't supposed to lift it into the next room.
Old nip and tuck. That's awesome.
Wow. How about that?
So
back on the show, Danny, do you have any memories though, like specifically of working with Ed O'Neill or like walking on that set? And
yes, I do actually. I have. I remember we did a table reading, and I was pretty set in my ways by the time I was on Married with Children. So I got up from the table and went to the stage door and opened it, but I didn't want to be late in case anybody called me. So I was smoking a cigarette, and Katie Segal said, "Hey, Bonaduce, in or out, but don't smoke in this room." Oh fuck, I'm in trouble now. So I left, and dig this. 10 years later or sometime somewhere, I don't even remember because I was really drunk. And Katie comes up to me and says, "Hey, Bonaduce, you're being an asshole." And I said, "Oh, yeah, okay." And she goes, "Well, try not to be an asshole tomorrow." And she walked away. And I thought, that is the coolest lady in the world. I would love to say, and then I quit drinking, but I drank for another decade or so. But yeah, my memories are always fond. Every memory I have of being on Married with Children is a good memory.
I remember you two. It's funny you talk about Katie because I don't know why I have this. I remember you guys sitting on the couch, kind of. We were just between takes, and I remember you guys. You were talking about tequila, and for some reason you were telling her, "Yeah, I still like to drink, some tequila here and there." I just remember that conversation because, as you know, I mean, Katie's been sober for 40 years.
That's how I know she's one of my sober buddies.
Yep.
And David,
I've been sober now.
I'm one of your sober buddies now too, bro.
Oh, really? How long?
Yeah. 2.5 years.
God bless, man. Good for you.
Yeah. I always tell Cheech, who's up there somewhere smoking a joint. I tell Cheech I'm vicariously smoking a joint with him. He smokes through the whole show, which is awesome.
Good job if you can get it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool, man. So what else you got for him, Darren? By the way, we were both on Fantasy Island. I saw. I was reading that you were on the show. I also did an episode. Now, did you work with Hervé? Was it Hervé?
Hervé Villachez.
Was he there when you did it?
Yeah, and he was a fucking asshole.
I've heard that.
So I'm I'm not a young kid, but and I was out of work. This wasn't like a gig where I had it and was already like rich and famous. I was broke and I might have been homeless at the time. I don't know. But anyway, I'm doing it. And Hervé Villachez, the guy that goes to Plane the Plane, he had a huge motorhome. And I said, "Hey, man, you know what? You could make it 2 stories and give the top room to your stand-in." And he pulls a fucking gun out of the back of his pants, which looked enormous, but it might just be because he's tiny. He pulls this gun and he goes, "I will fucking kill you." No, holy shit, man. Yeah, the little tattoo pulled a gun on me and swore he would shoot me dead, which, if I ever write another book, I'll include that story, actually. That reminded me.
Wow.
Was it your fantasy when you were on Fantasy Island? Was it your fantasy?
No. It was
mine either.
Florence Henderson's fantasy, actually. I think she played my mom. But Hervé had already been fired off the show. and it was Mr. Belvedere. I can't remember the actor.
Oh, right.
Christopher, was it Ling or can't remember his last name, but anyway, he was now the sort of sidekick to what's his name? What is
so
his
they
name?
they dumped Villages?
They did, yeah.
That's funny.
They, probably because of stunts like that. I mean,
yeah, pulling guns. And I heard when I mentioned it, so I didn't want to make a big fuss because I needed this job, man. I had to get dental or something. I need to hit the insurance money, and I didn't want any problems with the guy. But I mentioned, that little crazy bastard. And before I finished the sentence, the guy just cavalier goes, "Did he pull a gun on you?"
Oh my!
And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Oh yeah, he does that."
Well, at least I didn't pull a gun on you when he came to the Married with Children. So.
That's true. You did not. I was welcomed. I really appreciated the way you guys treated me.
Danny, I do have a question for you. By the way, it's my first time. I'm Darren. Nice to meet you. I'm part of
Nice to meet you, man.
My co-host Darren and my co-creator of this show.
Nice to meet you.
I know you've already met Brian, so I won't introduce you.
Yeah, you already met Brian. You had like an hour with him.
I did indeed, man. All right. So what's your question?
Yeah, my question is, you had a great career, by the way. I know it started off with 4 years as a child actor when you were around the same age as David was when he became a child actor.
David was born the year the Partridge Family was canceled.
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, fucker.
But my question is, do you get recognized mostly, like throughout your whole life, as that kid from the Partridge Family, or do you get recognized as a radio host? I know for 35 years you were an amazing radio host.
Yeah, dude, you got a radio career that's crazy.
Yeah, Kid Dash. Kid Dash. My last show in Seattle bought the house in which I am broadcasting with you. So yeah, it was a great run. It's weird depending on how old you are. Like if you're some lady recently, a girl came up to me, very pretty young lady, and she said, "Can I have a picture with you?" And I said, "Of course." And she said, "Oh, my mom loves you." And that's when I knew I am red hot with moms, verging on grandmas, but who am I to pick and choose? Wow. So I am recognized from the Partridge Family. I also did 4 years on a show called The World's Dumbest. And that paid the rent a little bit, and I do get recognized from that. But again, it kind of depends on your age what I get recognized by.
And the Breaking Bonaduce, which was on TV.
A fucking fiasco. Breaking Bonaduce. I remember almost. I was drunk the day they got to the house, and they seen this VH1, and I was drunk and I was mad about something and putting on some kind of crazy show. And you can see they dug that. So I just stayed drunk for the next 2 seasons. And it was easy because I'd stayed drunk and mad at my wife, which is kind of my daily routine at that time. I just drink and yell at my wife. And they decided to make it into a television show.
You mean when you're drinking, you like to blame other people for your problems? No.
Fucking A right, I do. I don't even have to be drinking. When I get off this phone call, I'm gonna say, fucking Faustino, what a pain in the ass.
Oh,
you wait and see.
Ruined my fucking night.
God damn it.
If you're gonna talk shit about anybody, please let it be Brian.
Fair enough. I talk about Brian, but apparently he can't get a connection.
Brian says he wants to fight you. I heard you do some boxing too, right?
I did a little boxing, yeah. The last fight I had, though, was with Jose Canseco. And that was the stupidest goddamn thing.
But
I started with Donnie Osmond, who I should have beat easily, and I did not. So then I started taking boxing seriously and fought like 8 guys, and I won them all. But then they said, "You want to fight Jose Canseco?" And I'm not a big sports fan. I went, "Yeah, sure, I'll fight him." And the guy shows up. I'm 5'6.5". He is 6'6". Ooh. I weighed 158. He weighed 258. And I remember we're doing the press, and in press for a boxer, you say, "Yeah, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to put you in the hospital," all this stuff. I'm talking to a friggin' giant. I would look ridiculous saying such things. And I said, "I'll tell you what, Jose, you're probably going to win this fight. But if you can't knock me off my feet, you giant, then you're a loser." And I probably shouldn't have said that to me because he hit me so fucking hard. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, because I'd never been hurt in all this, never once. And he hits me, boom, and I go flying. And as I'm flying backwards into the ropes, I'm thinking, so this is what it's like. This guy's going to kick my ass, and it's going to be permanent damage. And then this is the weirdest thing, man. So he sends me, he's a giant, and he's a professional athlete, and he's on a ton of roids, and he hits me, and I go flying across the ring, and I'm like this, because I'm assuming he's going to be standing there killing me in about a second. I go like this, and the fucker's talking to somebody. He seems completely disinterested. So I run over and I run into his corner. I'll make a spectacle of this. I put my forehead right in his giant ass chest and I'm just wailing. I mean, I'm hitting him so hard. And I look up because I'm assuming he's dying now. And I look up and he's making plans to go out to dinner. He's talking to the guy in the corner about what they're going to do after the fight. Luckily, they called it a draw, and I got the hell out of there. And that was
he
my
was
last
scoring
fight.
all those points while he was making his plan.
There are no points in celebrity boxing. You're just going to beat the shit out of some weatherman.
So wait, you also fought a guy that I actually did. Because about, I don't know, 2004 maybe. I did Celebrity Boot Camp, which I actually had a lot of fun on, man. Like it was something I'll never forget, and I pushed myself way beyond what I thought I'd be able to do. But you know, who was on that was Barry
Williams.
Barry Williams.
Good guy. Can't fight for shit, but a good guy. The thing with that, with like the celebrity boxing, this is like a
I'm
national
surprised
thing.
he fought you. You know, knowing what I know from being on boot camp with him, I'm actually really, really surprised he agreed to fight you.
I was I'm shocked all to hell, and I knew we were all fighting, we were all training at a real gym, Wild Card in Hollywood, like world champions come out of there. It's Freddie Rich's place.
Yeah, Freddie, I know Freddie.
And so, so like we feel like idiots and there were the real boxers who mean business. But I'm watching Barry Williams and all I think is, well, this guy's dead. This is a terrible thing. I kind of feel bad for the guy. So I tried to carry him and I was right. He couldn't fight at all. So I tried to carry him. But, about 30, 40 seconds into the round, people started booing. And that's the end call for me. I'm done right there. So I drop him hard and he hits the dirt. Now, in a real fight, you count to 3 or you count to 10, whatever you do, however many you can count. And then the fight's over and I kill you. But there's no real rules in celebrity boxing. So they would carry him over to his chair, wave at him, minutes would go by, and they'd push him back in the ring and I'd drop him again. I must have dropped that guy 6 times. But here's the thing for Barry Williams. He kept getting up. Like if you listen to Rocky, it's not about how you can get knocked down. It's how you get back up. I give the props to Barry Williams, man. The guy just kept getting up. It was weird.
Man, I would have tapped out quickly.
Me too, man.
Enough.
I'd hit the dirt for the second time and said, I'm done.
He was probably trying to find his way out of the ring, and you just kept beating him up.
Well, I've worked with him since, and he's quite the gentleman, and he's a really decent guy. Can't fight, but a decent guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the end of that, just to round out the whole celebrity, I got to the very end only to be beat by Coolio ended up taking the whole championship of the boot camp thing. He's a tough dude. Coolio was a tough motherfucker.
Wow, we had him on God, I've had so many failed talk shows.
Also a little guy. Coolio's tiny.
Yeah, we had him on. I was doing a show called The Other Half with Dick Clark and Mario Lopez and myself. We were supposed to be the male version of The View.
Yeah,
we had Coolio on, and we're doing 2 segments with him. Right, one before lunch, and he was great, and then after lunch, he opens the door. You remember the scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High when Spicoli opens the door to his van and smoke just pours out?
Yeah,
well, that's Coolio's dressing room.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I thought it was great. He was stolen out of his mind. I thought it was hysterical, but they dumped him. Something about, rules or something. You can't condone that kind of behavior. So I was partly a producer on the show that fired Coolio. I feel good about that now.
That's hilarious. Wow. I did a 12-part. A lot of the guys on this podcast here are fans of it. Starving, and he played my next door neighbor who was now sleeping with my wife, and it was a pretty funny bit. But he would be just high as shit and smoking the whole time. And one day I remember he brought this pit bull, this giant wide pit bull that was not well behaved. Like I love dogs. I've had several pits. This was just an ill-behaved pit bull. And I remember my assistant, who's not a dog guy, but no one else everybody else was busy doing shit. And he was terrified of this thing, trying to keep this thing, from escaping or whatever. It was just a wild scene, man. But yeah, he was a sweet guy, though, man. He really was. I know Darren, that you knew Coolio as well.
Yeah.
that you hired him for a lot of shows.
Actually, I never hired him. He always showed up at my parties. He always showed up. Never invited him once.
My very last time with Coolio, the last time I saw him alive was when I was at your party. I was DJing and he was standing next to me for a good 30, 40 minutes of the set, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, no, he was awesome. He always came. He was friends with people in our industry eventually just from coming to my party all the time. And he was just a cool dude. I think.
So I got a couple of questions. Number one, is Coolio dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I did not get that message, man.
Yeah, he died. Well, how many years ago now? I don't know.
It's probably been about 4 years, maybe 5.
And my second question would be for you, Darren. What do you do that puts you in a position to hire Coolio?
It's a good question. I feel like the show's not really about me, but I'll tell you. I throw a private event called the Affiliate Ball, and it's the largest event for digital marketers. I've had Snoop Dogg, T-Pain, Method Man, Grandmaster B sitting right next to you on the couch, opened up.
But what I get out of this now is that you are not a big TV exec that I need to suck up to in any way.
No, you're going to suck David, you said.
You're going to suck me off for a hat.
I'm not doing it for nothing. I'm not doing it because you're good looking.
You get one of the Bundy Club backpacks for that, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a hoodie. You should get a hoodie or something. That deal.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a hat that says "I blew David Faustino,"
and all I got was this lousy hat.
That was a shitty hat.
We're gonna have to make them those for real now.
Wow, absolutely.
We're gonna have to do Psycho Child Star hats.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Anyway, back on the fighting thing. I see a pattern with your life, by the way. You definitely like to fight because you wrestled too, and I believe you wrestled Peter Brady, which you won.
That was a real wrestling match. The other thing you're talking about is a Hulk Hogan show.
The Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah. You want a decent story? I'll be happy to tell you a decent story.
Can't wait. I set you up.
So I'm on the radio, and for some reason, the news one, there's some story about Carmen Electra. And I say, Carmen Electra is the hottest woman that I would never have sex with. And the lady said, well, why would you have sex with Carmen Electra? I said, because she did it with Dennis Rodman, and that's just got to be an infection. So that's it. On to a new bit. That came out, and now we're doing another thing. Next day on the phone, they say, what's his name? Not Scotty. The guy I was just talking about, his name just flew out of my head. Dennis Rodman. Got it back. Thank you. So Dennis Rodman is on the phone and wants to talk to me. So my producer makes sure it's really Dennis Rodman. It is. I put him on the air and I said, hey, Dennis Rodman, what can I do? And he goes on this really rant. And then he says, I'm going to come down there and beat the white off of you, which I thought was a kind of a cool thing to say. And I said, when, bitch? And so it went back and forth. And I said, listen, man.
That's great radio, man.
It was fucking brilliant radio. And it gets better, man. Because I said, I will be down on this corner in a half an hour. And if you show up, I'll beat you to fucking death. Oh, I probably didn't say that. Look, I'm getting alternative. I said, I'll beat you to death. Well, the next thing I know, Hulk Hogan's people called and says, Dennis Rodman wants to fight me on this television show, to which I say, yes, all of this is going my way. You cannot lose this fight. He's a giant professional athlete. If he beats me up, so what? But if I beat him up, he's a fucking dick. So the whole thing goes, we go to do the show, and it's a wrestling show, and it's me and Screech and I don't know, some other fucking guys that weren't working.
Screech could fight too, couldn't he? Or am I mistaken?
Screech, yeah, he claims to be a first degree black belt, and I believe him. But we go.
Also
and we do
dead, by the way.
Also dead.
Also dead.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that one. So God bless him. So we go to the first one, and we're allowed to pick our characters. Well, I am jacked because I'm just on a shitload of steroids, and I am crazy looking. And so I'm wearing these black sunglasses and a trench coat, and that was my character. So we do the first wrestling thing, and they're going to pick who gets to send home and who gets to stay. And so I come out, and I'm in my character in my thing, and they're telling him where we went good and where we went bad, and all of a sudden goes, hey, Bonaduce, you're bleeding. And there's a drop of blood coming out from under my sunglasses like this. And he goes, did you do that? And I said, yeah. And he goes, how? And I said, there was a nail in the locker room. So I opened my eyebrow, and he goes,
as you do.
He goes, yes, you do. And he said, you missed your calling. And, him telling me I should have been a wrestler was that's Hulk Hogan telling me I should have been a wrestler. But wrestlers get their asses kicked regularly. But the whole thing was kind of a setup because Rodman won and he shouldn't have, and he never fought me. Never once got in a ring with me. And I made it clear if he does, I'm going to hurt him. Which is weird because you look at this, I'm this little redheaded goofball, and he's this giant with so much metal in his face. It was all weird. But I never got to fight him, and I think it was. I know it was fixed, but it's wrestling. Of course, it was fixed. But that's quite the compliment from Hulk. He should have been one of us. Nice.
I mean, you were in the ring with Jose Canseco. I mean, you weren't afraid of anything after that.
Oh, it doesn't matter if I'm afraid. I'm going. Amy asked me. My wife asked me about doing a scene where you act ridiculous, or you have to sing, or you have to dance. She goes, "Aren't you embarrassed?" And I said, "Yeah, but that's the point. You just have to eat that and do your job." Right. So that's kind of what. And by the way, poor Dead Screech. What the hell is his real name? Does anyone remember?
Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond. Thank you very much. So I don't like him, and I just don't like him because fans will go Screech and they'll be all excited to meet him, and they'll say, "Don't call me that," and he'll walk out. So I didn't like him. But at the end of the show, I'm wrestling him, and it's a big thing. And I said, "Hey, man, I don't remember how this goes because it was really mapped out." And he goes, "I'll take care of you." And he did. He's a real wrestling fan, and he knew all the new moves and all the names, and he held my hand, if you will, and walked me through it. So, at the end of it, I don't know if we were buddies, but I really respected him for it. And he helped me out to not look like an idiot because, you just can't forget what you're doing and then beat a guy up. And they made that clear to me because I was so mad at everybody. They said, "Listen, you can't really beat up anybody. If you hurt anybody, you got to go home." But I'm thinking, I don't need this job. I got tricked into this, man. So if anybody crosses my path that I have a problem with, but I didn't. And everybody turned out to be really nice, including Diamond, and I'm sorry he passed away, but he stabbed a guy in a bar. Things are not going to go well from that point on.
I didn't.
Did
even
you know
realize
that?
No, I didn't, because when I knew him, Saved by the Bell was done. Richard, you may remember this. They were on the Sunset Gower a lot for a long time. Richard, by the way, Richard Gurman, who was a co-creator, a co-producer on Married with Children and writer for many, many years, and is sort of a resident guest here with us. He Justin would come over with his dad, who's kind of this goofy, outspoken kind of guy. And I would go over there, and it was just funny, the difference, because over there was these strict rules on the Saved by the Bell set. You couldn't curse.
Right.
It was very kind of the complete polar opposite of what we were over at Married with Children, where anything went from the top down. I mean, you could say, do, it was just a shit show. But I always remember him being really sweet to me. He was a huge Married with Children fan, and he was, always I don't know where it went bad, what happened, because I didn't know him for long after that. But obviously, it went the wrong way.
It went incredibly south on the guy. Like I said, in retrospect, he was actually a pretty good guy that did a good turn by me. I would have looked ridiculous if it weren't for his help.
Yeah. Wow. Well, before we open it up to have some fans come in the room.
No way. You're going to have fans come in the room?
Yeah.
We pay them.
Yeah, but I did want to say that we have Fantasy Island in common. Of course, Married with Children, you did an episode of. And also, as I was reading about you, we have something else in common. We were both arrested in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Really? What'd you do wrong?
I was only arrested once in my entire life and spent a night, I guess it was, at least 5-6 hours in jail there in Daytona Beach. And that was the only time I was arrested, and it was there. And, just being a drunk moron. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Just
I understand completely.
Public intoxication.
Yeah,
and,
sometimes it takes people a long time to get it together. I have been arrested in Daytona Beach and Beverly Hills and West Hollywood, Tijuana, Mexico, and Arizona. But now I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. Speaking of which, by the way, I know that you had your health scare. I'm probably going to say it wrong, but is hydrocephalus? Is that how you pronounce it?
No, you got it. Hydrocephalus.
Okay, so I had a brain thing as well. So when I found out about what you had, I saw that some of the symptoms were a little similar to what I had. And I know you're a big advocate, and you're kind of like the spokesperson now for the group that tries to get the awareness out there.
Right.
So I just wanted you to be able to touch on what exactly. I know it's a water in the brain.
It is. It's funny because
I want to preface it by saying, Danny we had a date for him, and he actually had a speaking engagement on hydrocephalus, right?
That's exactly right.
And
Yeah, so I all of a sudden I was losing my balance and I couldn't understand. I couldn't stand up. I was just having all sorts of problems. And I went to see this neurologist, and he gives me all these tests. And at the end of the test, he goes, "Now let me ask you something. Have you ever been hit in the head?" And I just laughed at the poor guy. I said, "People have lined up to hit me in the head, doc." And he said, "Well, that could be a suspect, but I don't know what you can see on this camera. Can you see that crazy thing right there?"
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, that's the tube, right?
That's my shunt. Yeah, it goes behind my ear, down my neck, and all the way to my groin, where I guess I pee out this water. I don't know. I didn't ask that many questions, but yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, so
that stay in there now for
permanently.
Oh my God.
Hopefully, because you can wear them out. Luckily, mostly people get this when they're babies. And
I read that. I saw that.
Yeah, so they have to have operation up there. This should last me the rest of my life. So I shouldn't have to go through that again, which is cool. But thanks for bringing that up there, Darren.
Yeah,
absolutely. Do a lot of boxers and wrestlers and people like that get this, or
no? It's fairly rare to be an adult and get it. But I'm one of those record breakers.
Now, do you have a foundation, or do you just speaking engagements? Okay, so you.
They asked me to come to. It was Indiana. And we went to Indiana, and I gave a nice little speech, and the doctor that did the surgery on me, and everybody applauded. And then the next day, my wife drugged me all over Indiana because we had to go see where James Dean went to school and where he had his house and where he did this. My God, I spent a whole afternoon looking at James Dean stuff. And I'm sure he was a great guy, but I didn't know him. And it just seemed like my wife was a little flirty with the dead guy.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was from Indiana. So there's that's crazy. Well, okay, so let's bring in some fans, some guests, some Bundy family.
Yeah.
These guys are with us. We have like a core group of like our elite members who are just diehard Married with Children fans. We've all sort of become family here. In the 10 episodes we've now known each other. We do an episode every 2 weeks. So we've all sort of like become this Bundy Club family, and these are all great guys. They're all
I dig it.
Yeah, so let's it looks like Charlie is up first. Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Danny, how are you doing?
I'm all good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Nice to meet you. Enjoyed your appearance on the show. It was a barrel blast.
You're having a little issue of sound on your end, Charlie.
Yeah, your microphone must be far
a little bit, or
is this better?
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit better. Okay. Enjoyed your appearance. It was short, but really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
You might not. It's probably not a good idea to tell that story about Dennis Rodman, because I don't know if you see the guy above you on the screen in the red shirt, but that's really Dennis Rodman going under the name Harold Sylvester.
Fuck. Are you guys having? Are you having a hard time catching everything he's saying?
Yes, I'm having a very hard time.
Charlie, what's going on with your mic? I've never heard you.
I don't know.
Ask Brian. He'll fuck it up.
Yeah, Brian.
Wait, yeah, Charlie, try to fix your mic. He was trying to say that Harold Sylvester looks like Dennis Rodman.
Oh,
that was a long walk, wasn't it?
Harold Sylvester is played Griff on the show for many years, which was Al's sidekick in the shoe store, and then became a nomad. Yeah. So Harold is with us tonight.
You probably couldn't have beaten his ass because Harold was definitely athletic. Yeah.
Okay,
big motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, I'm retired, man. No, don't come after me, Harold. All right, so what's up?
Danny, you just scared me to death, however. I've been pretending to be Drummond Green. Now, after your Dennis Rodman story, I don't know who the fuck I am.
We'll say Rodman.
Yeah, right.
I was happy to be a part of it, man. So, you had a question or something?
No,
Tim. No, we got Tim Horn now.
Harold just kind of hangs out. We got Tim here. What's up, Tim?
What's up, man?
Hey, Tim, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, I'm from near the Darby area too, where you grew up.
Yeah, I didn't grow up there, but I was born there. Yeah, I lived there until I was 4 years old.
Did you ever go to Bazaar, the flea market?
Yeah, I sure did, but not as a kid. I went. One of my first radio gigs was then in Philly in 1988. So then I started to go and things like that then, when I could afford food.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you what it was like making Corvette Summer.
It was great. Corvette Summer's movie. It was Mark Hamill's first movie
Yeah.
outside, and it's cool because I have Mark Hamill's first credit is on the Partridge Family.
Oh wow!
I thought that'd be way more recognition than that.
It went Corvette, Star Wars.
Right. Well, we did. It was called Corvette. Well, first of all, he was in the Partridge Family playing a suitor of Lori Partridge, Susan Day, and he had a transistor radio, and he was pacing back and forth in front of our house. But whatever he was listening to, which in that episode apparently was the Rolling Stones, was coming in on Lori's braces. And that was the episode of the show. And she said, and this is 1970, 71, something that, and the Shirley Jones, the Shirley mom Partridge person, says, "What's the matter, Lori?" And she looks at him and she says, "The Rolling Stones are in my mouth." And I thought, well, I didn't think it then, but since I've thought, what an innocent time that you can let Lori Partridge say the Rolling Stones are in my mouth, and nobody thought anything of it. So then, a gazillion years later, I do a movie called Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill and Annie Potts. And it's a story, we're all high school students. And we build this outlandish Corvette. I take it out for the night without permission. It gets stolen, hence that we spent the whole rest of the movie looking for this Corvette. But, that was my first real big... I'd done like one other movie, and it was with Elvis, and now I'm doing it with Luke Skywalker. It seems like a really good career on the surface.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a cult classic now.
Thanks, man.
That and of course the your video on YouTube most popular is about when you give the guy a toss up in the air.
Oh, that was a night.
That's
Johnny
iconic
Fairplay, right?
at this point.
Johnny Fairplay. I was telling Darren about that before the show. I know Johnny from the circuit. The
right.
The circuit I'm talking about.
I do indeed.
The cons, yeah.
Have you spoken to him in the last couple of years?
He's like reached out to me, and I always sort of duck and dive a little bit,
He seems like to have turned a new leaf. He seems like a really decent guy, but
oh, good.
Okay, so
he was drinking heavily as well, for a long time.
So I'm getting an award for best reality.
I love this story. I read about it. It's just great. It's fucking great. I didn't see the video though.
So I'm sitting there and I'm surprised, drunk, and Johnny Fairplay is on stage. Now, Johnny Fairplay is a notorious dick at this point. Everybody hates him, and that's his whole vibe. He's a villain. That's what he's after. That's what he wants.
Right.
So he's on stage, and I'm sitting there. I'm pretty close to the stage, and everybody starts booing. And he talks into his microphone. He goes, "Why is everybody booing me?" And I walk up on stage, and I said, "They're booing because they hate you." And he grabbed my shoulders, and he jumped up there and wrapped his legs around me. And this came out in court that he was doing his patented monkey hump. I don't know, man. But I
almost got bit by a third monkey.
Yeah, no, if Davy Jones bit me, we'd have the trifecta. But anyway, so Fairplay's on my torso. His hands are kind of around behind my neck. And the problem is, again, I think I'm still on a bunch of roids. I don't know. I can't really tell at this point. But he is pulling up as I go to get him off me. And he flies over my head to the back. And I just stand there and like bow because everybody fucking hated this guy. So I've done a good turn. And then it turns south. Everybody starts going, oh. And he gets up and he's just bleeding all over the place. I knocked out all of his front teeth. And this will tell you what an asshole I am. I picked up one of those teeth and I had it drilled out and made it a necklace. And I wore it every day for over a decade. Till somebody said,
that
"Hey,
part's bullshit. That part.
No, swear to God. Swear to God. I still have that necklace somewhere.
There's a video.
No,
There's video of him wearing it. You can see the video online. He's like, "Look at my necklace." He showed it off.
Oh my God. That is amazing.
But full sir, he actually got the last laugh on you with that Kiss video, though.
What video?
Yeah, years later, you guys reenacted it. I saw a video where you guys reenacted the thing where he walked out on stage with you.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. My life does not revolve around Fairplay. I just know it was a cool ass necklace. Honey, was that you that made me put that away? Yeah, Amy didn't like it, so that's why I took. Because I liked it. He had big fucking teeth. The thing was like this big, and I wore it around, and people would ask about it because the time went where nobody really cared about that anymore. But they go, "Is that a human tooth?" And then they get to tell the story. Good times.
Oh my God. I did not know about the tooth. That just makes it all
great
the
story.
Yeah,
Great
thank
story.
you. Happy to be here.
Oh
fun.
my god!
All right, take it
Jim, you
easy,
got
guys.
anything
I'll
else
let you
for
Thanks,
us?
Tim.
Thanks.
Let's bring in Jackie.
Come
What's
on,
up,
Jackie.
Number one.
You gotta unmute
First
first,
member.
Jackie.
She's our first member of the Bundy
Hello.
Club.
Hi,
Of the
everybody.
Bundy Club.
Yes, first elite member. That's
Do
me.
you have a hat?
I do, but it's at Brian's
Everybody
house.
gets a hat.
She doesn't need a hat. She has a Brian.
Yeah, I
Oh.
need my green hat. But
I'll bring
nice
it
to
over.
meet you, Danny Bonaduce.
Pleasure to meet you.
I've been following your career forever. You were the cutest kid, and I was obsessed with David Cassidy. And I loved you on that reality show where you were saying that you were
Drunk
crazy.
Angry.
Yeah, that was an awesome show.
That's what they should have called it.
I
Drunk and
love,
Angry.
What did you say
Drunk
you
and
were?
Angry. What
Oh,
was
Drunk
that
and Angry.
show on VH1? Wait, was it what?
Are you talking about Breaking Bonaduce?
Breaking Bonaduce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the greatest show. But
Thank you.
anyway, I want to ask you, is it really true that you met somebody and married her the same day?
Dig this. You ready?
Is
I've done
that
it
a real,
twice.
was that real though?
I've done it twice.
And,
Twice.
is it true that you divorced
There's-
both of them?
Oh
Well,
my
the
God.
first one, this wasn't as bad as it sounds today. I was in a bar, I was in a restaurant and in Marina Del Rey, and
Yeah.
I speak a smattering of Japanese. And I could tell back and forth that this woman was freaking out. And what I got out of it was that she has 2 jobs and goes to college and thinks she might be deported. So I just looked up at her and said, if you want, I'll just marry you. And she went, okay.
You're so awesome for
And
that.
she set up we got married by a Zulu priestess on Venice Beach. And 3 years later, when she got her green card, we got a divorce. The second one
That's
was
amazing.
in Phoenix,
Do you have
Arizona.
her? Do you
That's
wear her
nice
tooth?
of you,
Do you
though.
wear her tooth on your
No.
neck?
No, I wear no part of her body around my neck. So the second was I met this girl. I'm on the radio in Phoenix, Arizona. Met this girl. We went on a blind date. We got back to my condo, and I did what any healthy boy would do. I went in for the kiss, and she said, I probably should have told you this earlier, but I'm not going to have sex till I'm married. And I went, all right. And we called a minister, and I married her on the spot. We went to the court the next day. So that's 2 wives. And
Did
I
you have
tried
sex
to
with
get
her
on
that
the third
night?
wife. I tried it with my wife, Amy, and she just said, I am not joining that club of people who marry you on the first date. So we dated for 4 years, and now we've been married 15 years.
That's
Amazing.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, I
thank
didn't
you.
think that was like real. That was real. I thought
Yeah,
that was
that's a
just
real
made up
story.
Wow, that's amazing. Well,
Weren't you with one of the women that
that's
you
hilarious.
that you got married to the first day? Weren't you ended up with her for several years?
17 years.
And you had kids with her, right?
2 kids. It was
The
a
one that you
great
married
but
on the
I
first
have a
day?
theory on that. I have a theory
What?
that, for example, you're pretty, you're eloquent. I like the way you speak.
Thank
You
you.
don't
Okay.
you don't seem like a criminal. I don't know. You want to
Oh,
get
well.
married, and that's the way that would go. Because people don't change that much. I think if I
Yeah.
married you, well, I'd have to be a lot younger. But let's say I was younger and married you. Why wouldn't that work out? You seem okay to me.
Right? People don't change that much from
I'll
the
tell you
first time you
some
meet them.
stories.
Yeah,
Tell you some
that's
stories.
a philosophy.
Like her tooth size.
I love the
Everybody
tooth
wants my
story. That's
tooth,
hilarious.
man. I'm gonna dig that out.
You got to. That's great. Well, it was so nice talking to you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
sweet. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Jackie.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
David.
Jackie.
Thank you, Darren.
See you later, number one.
Much love.
All right, we got Jim Beam on next. Danny, if you still have a few minutes, you can stay or go. We'd love to have you longer, but I know you've been here a while.
Way to make a guy feel important. You can stay, you can go.
You can stay or you can go.
Wow.
We'll try.
Or fuck off, whichever.
All right. What's up, Jim?
We have about 20 more. We have about 20 minutes to. You can. We'd love for you to stick to the end if you can.
Or not.
Well, first, let's see what Jim wants.
Okay.
First off, I want to say how you doing, Mr. Bonaduce. You're
We need
awesome.
you to talk into the microphone.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
What can
sorry,
and speak into your microphone, buddy.
Well, that's a connection thing, I think. Go ahead, Jim.
I don't want to take up much of your time. I just was inspired when you said you speak about brain stuff. I actually did have something like that happen to me when I was younger, and you're a real inspiration being a fighter and being an advocate for people like that.
You're
That's
very
awesome.
kind. Thank you, Jim. I hope all your brain stuff worked out for you. Everything good now?
But yeah, it's going great now, but it's a lifelong thing, like you said, man.
I hear you.
All right, well, I'll let somebody else on. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Pleasure talking to you, Jim. Take care.
Yeah. Hey, Richard, while you're here, did you have any? Richard was with us. Oh, sorry to interrupt, Bam. Let me just. Did you have any thoughts or anything about when he was on the show, or?
No, I think it was a great experience and it was fun. You made fun of yourself and, served proudly. And I thought it was great.
Well,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks.
Okay, Bam, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, guy? I gotta say, this has been fun. Like you're one of the most animated guests that we've had.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've
I
had
was
some
gonna get
serious
you.
belly laughs.
You got some very flattering fans. I dig this. Cool. So what
Get
can I
your
do for you, man?
Get your thoughts on what it's like to go from like one of the most wholesome American television shows to like the anti-family, not so wholesome.
Well, I do not know of what you speak. I'll tell you, it was weird. Partridge Family got canceled in 1974, and I only worked 2 weeks in the next 14 years. 2 weeks, man. And then as we were talking about, David, that I got busted for something stupid. And I don't even, I got busted for cocaine, I think it was. And I'm living on a boat that doesn't even have an engine. I'm as homeless as you can be unless I sink. And I'm sitting there just, I don't know if I was bumming, but anyway, at 4 o'clock in the morning, my phone rings on the boat and I pick it up and you can hear this voice that says, Danny, little Danny Partridge, tell me it's not true. You wouldn't do cocaine, would you? And I can smell a disc jockey a mile away. And I was about to get mad and I thought, you know what? Just do this guy a favor. And I said, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I got to get the phone. I got to paint the boat. Bye. I hung up. Well, he thought that was funny enough to fly me in, and he flew me into Chicago. I did his morning show, and the next thing, I'm a red hot guest. Everybody on every show wants me on. And I was doing a show in Philly. I was on a guest with this group called Welch and Woody, and they had me on. I did all 4 hours of their show with them. I walk out the door, and the general manager is there, and he goes, "Boy, you were great. Would you like to stay?" And I thought he meant for the day. I didn't understand what he said. And he said, "Listen, I think you'd be a great addition to the show. Now, don't be upset, but we only have $75,000 in the budget. So do you think you could work with that?" Well, I've never seen $75,000. I got, as your little rap tune said, I made $400 a week as Danny Partridge, and then I was out of work. And I'm actually trying to pay my lawyers by doing these radio shows. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. And then from that day on, I was on and had a really red hot career for the next 3 decades.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What a great.
Awesome.
It was awesome, David. It was awesome.
I love radio, man. I did some radio for a while. I really enjoyed it, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's right. Hey, Bam, I'll tell you something. We were talking about celebrity boxing, and you don't have to really be a celebrity as long as somebody's a big enough has-been to make it work. I thought, you ready for this? I thought Bam Margera's uncle. That was a
Uncle
celebrity.
Vito.
Bam Margera's uncle. And that was like one of the few guys who did not fall down. I won. But what a little tank that guy was. You beat him all afternoon. He didn't seem even that interested.
Uncle who? Somebody said his name.
Uncle
who?
Vito.
Uncle Vito.
Oh, yeah.
I think he got arrested or something for
Is there anybody on this show that hasn't been arrested for something?
Probably not, except for maybe Richard.
Yeah, maybe not Richard.
I have never been arrested.
Harold, you've never been arrested?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up, but I'm sorry.
Well, we'll get together sometime and I'll get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, thank you, guys. That was pretty much it.
Cool.
Thanks, Bam. Let's bring in. So we're gonna bring in Frank Lloyd if we can. Really quick.
Oh yeah.
Frank was the stunt coordinator on Married with Children all those years. And
how many stunts did you do on Married with Children?
Well, actually, we did a fair amount, believe it or not, because there's always people. There was a fight or bar fight or people flying through the air.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Going on. Yeah. So actually, there was actually a stunt in the episode you were in. Ted McGinley, when I'll let Frank explain. Go ahead, Frank.
Anyway,
Frank.
Just so you know, hey, buddy, it was the most stunt-filled situation comedy in the history of television, and nobody knew it. Nobody knew it because of the writers and the actors, and we did tons of fights and bars. So now let me ask you: this is the people have asked me, why are you a stuntman? Why aren't you an actor? Because I did some acting on this show and some other stuff. And I said,
Well,
acting's
I can answer that for that. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
also, I suck. But reality is, when you got Chips, that Chips bit, which was great, by the way.
Thank you.
And I didn't like it at the time, but I like it now. Did you audition for that part, or did they just call you?
No, I auditioned for it. The episode, I believe, was called Karate. And I went into a business office with a pair of nunchucks. And I'm really good at that. And I just went a million miles an hour. And they went, Jesus, you're hired. And so I got that job. And dig this is a nice little thing that the only episode ever did they ever draw a handgun was on me. There was a law they had in their contracts and whatever it was, you couldn't touch your handgun. And the guy draws his gun on me, and I drop my chucks and run away. And I did not know until later that's the only time they ever drew a handgun. So
who better to draw a gun on than you?
Damn right. Get in line, man.
Everyone's doing it.
The reason why I asked is I was a judo man. I was doubling Larry Wilcox, the blonde guy, occasionally.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be an actor, and they said, well, why don't you go in this part? So I went in the part. And then I went in the callback. And if when you were on the set, you remember some young stunt guy glaring at you, hating the fact you got it, thinking you got it by a phone call.
Oh,
and they
funny.
fucked me up. No, anyway, it was.
Am I forgiven?
Yeah, well, not only forgiven, dude, you did great. You did much better than
you.
I could have done. And by the way, you used to run around Hollywood on a blue motorcycle.
Yeah, I did.
Bike. And I'd pull up to you, and every time, so it's almost like we recognize each other because every once in a while I'd flip you a bird, and then you'd flip me a bird, and there was this bonding moment. Shit, a lot of people don't realize you ran around Hollywood in a shit helmet, if no helmet at all, mostly, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you a funny little story. I got a lot of funny little stories. So I'm at Franklin and Gower, maybe. Anyway, some guy on another motorcycle cuts me off, and we're yelling behind our helmets, and we pull over, and we're going to fight. And it starts to go, and I start laughing, and this guy raises his arm, and he goes, what's so goddamn funny? And I said, we're wearing armor. This is going to be all day, man. And the guy got laughed, and we went in our separate way. But it turns out, I've told this story before, and more than one person said I was there. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm living in infamy with a lot of little stories.
Oh, man.
And I think you should have been an actor. I think it'd have been great.
I do too.
Pretty cool.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, man. I'm good.
Thanks,
Cool, man.
Frank. Love
Nice
you, brother.
talking to you.
Well, we only have like 10 minutes. Does anybody else have their hand raised? Or
See, Adam has his hand up, and Charlie.
Adam, come on in. We love Adam.
Charlie's back. He's gonna try to talk. Hope he's got his mic working again.
Yeah, is my audio working this time?
Oh,
Better. Much better.
Perfect. Danny, one of my favorite moments with you, the E! Channel had a show called The Soup.
Yeah.
And you came on as a guest with Joel McHale. I remember seeing an interview with Joel McHale where he said it was one of his funny moments because they booked you on the show and, you know, you were supposed to break a board over your head. But in his story, he says that you told him he had to break it over your head and it took 3 or 4 tries before that really broke. Did that really happen?
Yeah, you know what? Because my world is fairly weird. That doesn't even seem like a big. I didn't remember it till I saw him on TV talking about it. You know, like I said to that doctor, people have lined up to hit me in the head. So I just want to take these boards and go whap and break them. But McHale, I mean, I don't think the guy's a pussy or anything, but he just wouldn't hit hard enough to break the friggin' board. And he was like, gonna put me in the goddamn hospital, man. Pow! Oh, it didn't work. Pow! I was like, all right, wait, I'll do that. And that was, but apparently it was a big event for Joel. And he turned out to be a really nice guy, by the way. Can't swing a board, but nice guy.
I guess we could all work on board swinging. A couple things I noticed from this episode, which I thought were pretty neat. You know, we all talk about, we love the moments where the guys fall off the roof, the guys get electrocuted. But if I remember, this was the first, maybe only episode where a female got electrocuted when Marcy was in the hot tub.
That's true. I don't know if you were here in the beginning. Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish your thought.
Oh, yeah, that was it on that. That
was it.
Well, I was thinking, I was saying, I don't know if you were here when I said it, but it was like, you know, we have that great moment where Al, in a previous episode, you know, he touches the light and gets electrocuted, and you hear Katie say, you know, God, it smells like ham in here. I thought we missed I thought we missed an opportunity when, because she calls her a chicken all the time. She gets electrocuted, and he says, God, it smells like chicken out here. But it never happened.
Never happened.
I thought it would have been a funny moment.
Never happened.
That's
Yeah,
reaching the ball.
All right, man. Well,
Thanks, Charlie.
this has been an absolute treat. I understand you only have a couple more minutes left.
Yeah,
I think we got a couple left.
I think we just want to get one. Adam, we got to get Adam in.
Adam, what's up, Adam?
Hey, very nice to meet you. Let me move over on here again.
My
Camera
pleasure,
there. There we
man.
go. Nice to meet you. Thanks for staying on for this. Your stories have been amazing.
Thank you.
I got a question for you. So the celebrity wrestling that you did with
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. So I worked at WWE for 15 years. I was a producer there. I also chatted with Hulk Hogan a lot. And well, not a lot, a few times. And did you ever have any moments with him where you were like, this is scripted, right? Or did he come to you like this was like he really believed this was
No, it was scripted all the way around from beginning to end.
But to him.
And that's what bothered me about never getting in the ring with what's his face, Dennis Rodman, because it was all scripted. But I would tell you this: Hulk Hogan was one of the nicest guys I ever met. He really wanted to take care of his cast. I'm sorry he passed away. Unlike Coolio, I was aware of this. And a decent guy.
Yeah, because when I worked with him, the couple times I did, we would always have to plot things out with him, and if it didn't happen on TV yet, he would never talk about it. He was very and I had to be respectful and say, well, you do know this is it's happening. So I was really wondering if he had that mentality with you guys as well, because
He was just a judge. He was not the guy who taught us how to do anything. I forget the guys' names. You may remember. We're two pretty famous wrestlers were our teachers and coordinators, if you will. I forget who they were, but yeah, no, it was scripted out from beginning to end, and that's why I had to give that guy Screech, Dustin Diamond, so many props, because it was like 27 moves or something like that. And I had a hit radio show. I was making just all sorts of money, and I wasn't going to take the day off. So everybody was mad. I'd pull in around 11 o'clock in the morning, and they'd been there 6 in the morning. And I said, they'd yell at me, and I go, man, I have a real live job. I'll roll around with Screech later, but I have a job that pays money. I can't be here all day. So that's what I think about Dustin, guided me through it, because I could not remember, everybody else would have it all day. I'd have 1 hour, and then I'm in the ring with somebody. But then you got to go I'm in the ring with Tiffany, for God's sakes. I can show you, it's a pretty star-studded event. You got the guy from the Partridge Family and the girl that sings I Think We're Alone Now. Come on, what stars are there? But I met some nice people. That girl that played Tabitha on Bewitched, she was there. It's still a friend of my family's. Yeah, it was a great show to do. But to answer your question briefly, yes, it was all scripted out.
Yeah. Believe it or not, to this day, I'm not there anymore, but they say they actually do audibles now in those matches. They have 20 minutes and they don't even plan it in advance. The guys in there, which I think is crazy.
I think it's crazy, but they have to know who's going to win, don't they?
Oh yeah. Well, they've changed it midway through. We've been on, when we would cover shows, we'd be told this person's winning, and then they wouldn't, and it'd be like, yeah, they just spoke to the referee in the earpiece and would change it, and then they'd have to come up with a new finish.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But all of a sudden, Sir David with the electrocuted Marcy, it had to be. He would say, "Did anybody order KFC for some fried chicken?"
There you go.
Boom. Nicely done, man. Where were you?
By the way,
I was not. I wasn't even. I was young.
By the way, we've talked about this on this show before, but the creators of Married with Children, Ron Levitt and Michael Moy, were huge wrestlers.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you're aware of this, Danny, but Bundy, actually came. They named the characters Bundy after King Kong Bundy.
I did not know that.
Yep, Luke Ventura, who was the first guy in the shoe store, was named after. Help me out here.
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura.
Nice.
And who else? Richard.
Steve Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you guys did an intro to one of the show's Saturday Night's Main Event, and that footage is owned by Fox. And in my job, every 6 months, someone would request us to pull that footage to air it on our YouTube channel, and I'd have to say, nope, we don't own it. But
I don't even remember that. Not at all.
Al doing an intro. They had a few, it's just like a whatever thing, but he did the intro for that.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I wrestled with TNA wrestling for some television show.
Yeah.
And Do you know? Are you a big wrestling fan?
Well, I've been there. I was there for 15 years. So
okay. Do you know what a swanton is?
Mm-hmm.
Swanton from the third rope, mind you. I'm up in the air. I don't know, 8 feet, 9 feet, and there's a wrestler laying on his back, and I dive off the hop rope, do a full flip in the air, and I land with my back on his chest, which he overreacts and like I pin him in there. But nobody expected a real live like swanton from the top rope from some B-list celebrity. It was pretty cool.
Oh man, how did that feel after?
It was great. That whole experience was really good for me, except I was waiting to fight Rodman, and then they never arrived.
Pussy.
So you were amping yourself up the whole time, and then you never got to
Hey, thanks, Adam. I appreciate the question.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'll wrap it up for us. I just
Hey,
well,
I
Brian,
got
did you
one-
want to say? Yeah,
I
go
got
ahead,
one
Brian.
question for
Brian
you.
the genius.
Hey, I'm glad that we got you all hooked up and on the show.
You look like Chumley. Did you know that? Did I ever tell you that from Pawn Stars?
Do I?
I think it's a bad angle.
This is
I
my
heard
bad
when you get your
laptop.
hair cut, you look like Brad Pitt. I've heard that from you.
What's up, Chumley?
I wanted to ask you, what are you up to these days?
I'm retired, man. I do, I'm privileged to be on your podcast with David and everybody. But I'm fully retired. I mean, I do little things here and there, but only if I'm asked. I don't audition for anything. Just every now and again, my phone rings and I say yes far too often, but I usually say yes. So I do a lot of stuff, but working with you guys, there's a treat.
Thank you, man.
You're
Well,
welcome,
listen,
buddy.
I wanted to say thanks, man, so much for coming on. It means the world to us. And to the fans, that everybody, a lot of requests, and it was great to, I had a lot of laughs tonight, which is
cool.
What it's about, I had
You're a great guest. You're a great host too. I mean,
Well, thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
Anytime. If you need me
And
again, I'll be
listen,
there.
where should I meet you for this hat?
For the hat in the back alley.
You know, when I went by the dumpster, when we couldn't get connected, I was going to be, I said, I'll be in Los Angeles on Sunday. I could go to David's house and do this, but we got connected. Finally, Brian came through. Good job, buddy. And it was a pleasure being here. Thanks, man.
Well, I do have a little extra hat in the back room, so that invitation is open.
Fair enough. You guys have all my phone numbers. Give me a call.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
I think it's time to do a Whoa Bundy together. Everybody,
we're gonna end this. Thank you guys for joining. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Whoa Bundy.
We have Juliet to Black. She's next, right? Is that in 2 weeks? Yeah,
I think so.
I believe it is. All right, guys. We'll do our sign off here, which is a Whoa Bundy. Thank you, Danny, for joining us. You have to join us in this Whoa Bundy. It's just part of the deal, bro.
Well,
That's why we pay you the big bucks. All right, and 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
See you guys.
All.